wiped away.
I think that girl's face in the background shows what every Crew fan is thinking right now.
Now explain that one to me.
I can't, Cal.
Welcome to Instant Replay presented by CZICHOS for MLS Week 18. We hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend and we had our eyes glued to the prize, which is, of course, controversial calls from the referees in Major League Soccer. I'm Andrew Wiebe, as always, with Charlie Davies. Same two words, Chuck.
Let's go.
We got a laundry list for you, so stay tuned here. We start with San Jose, Chicago. 83rd minute was Rafael CZICHOS fouled in the penalty area. Victor Rivas is our referee. Yunus Markachi is the VAR, taking a close look at every single game-changing play. And this is one, Charlie. Judson makes contact with CZICHOS. No doubt about that. No question there. That is clear and obvious. Whether it's enough for a penalty is the question. Markachi recommends Rivas go to the monitor, and Rivas says, no, not enough for me. Who you with, Chuck?
Wiebe, now CZICHOS does have an argument here. There is clear contact, but whether that is enough to warrant a penalty or not, that is debatable. In my opinion, this is not a penalty. Although I've been there plenty of times. I would have been waving my hand in the air saying, hey, point to the spot, call this a penalty. Referee! But in the referee's defense here, I don't think there's enough, and there is embellishment from CZICHOS. That takes away from the call. Now, had the referee pointed to the spot for a penalty, you could not overturn this with a VAR because there was clear contact.
I think that's pretty well said, Charlie. Had that whistle been blown by Rivas in the run of play, you are never reversing that decision as it stands, in the opinion of the referee. Incredibly important when he goes to the monitor. All right, let's get Nima Sagafi's opinion. Columbus, Philly, 18th minute. Sean Zawatsky from the Crew draws a foul in the penalty area. PK, says Sagafi. And Philly are not having it. They don't think this is a foul by Daniel Gazdag. In the first couple watches, honestly, I did not think so either. Not enough, I said. But if you look really close, and unfortunately the quality of the video is not quite what I want it to be, you can see what Sagafi saw from right up close. That little jersey tug by Daniel Gazdag. Zadawi's smart enough to feel that and go down, and he got the call. So on video review, I don't think you're ever going to reverse, and I understand why Sagafi made the call in the first place. Don't tug jerseys in the box right in front of the referee.
That's a no-no. You can't pull. Now, I will say that was mighty soft, but the ball never lies, and Andre Blake comes up with the big save.
All right, let's go to the offside goal that had Caleb Porter perturbed, as well as Lucas Elleron, who scored it, but it was taken away for an offside on ERIK HURTADO. 65th minute, and you can see HURTADO, Charlie, clear and obvious. He is offside, like way offside. In fact, it kind of looks like he just bum rushed down the box straight down Andre Blake's throat. Now, Caleb Porter said he was not obstructing the line of vision, therefore it should not have been an offside. But we have the angle that VAR Jeff Gamble had, as well as Nima Sagafi when he went to the monitor. And Charlie, there is absolutely no doubt that ERIK HURTADO obstructs the vision of Andre Blake. This goal should never, ever stand.
Editor Phil, make it, yep, as you always do, perfect spot. You cannot bum rush the 6-yard box and interfere with the goalkeeper. This is impacting the play, as you can clearly see here. ERIK HURTADO is actually in the line of sight, in the line of vision for Andre Blake. This goal was rightfully called offside.
And here's the thing, I sort of understand why Porter was a little bit upset. If you see where HURTADO is when the ball hits the back of the net, his movement has moved him to the side of Blake as Blake is coming across goal. But when the shot is taken, they are directly in line, folks. It's just a no-brainer. It's not a goal. All right, Houston, Charlotte. Fafa Picault, 81st minute. Was he offside? Was he onside? Well, he was off from the run of play, and he was onside after video review. Hilario Grajeda, the VAR, flagging Jair Marufo, who went to the monitor and reversed the call on the field. Goal, Houston. Charlie, you like this review?
This one is difficult because I'm not so sure it's clear and obvious to overturn the call on the field. Now, what I would say is I don't think that flag should have ever gone up in the first place. This would be a goal and there wouldn't be any debate. Now, the fact that the flag went up, I'm looking at it and it is so tight. Tie goes to the runner. I'm all for it. But is it clear and obvious that he is onside? I'm not so sure.
Now, Charlie, I know I'm always the one preaching caution when it comes to offside lines and distorted angles, but in this case, I do think it is clear and obvious that this is a goal. If you look at the backside of the Charlotte defender, it is about 1.5 feet, 2 feet into the box. I don't think any part of Fafapiko's body that can score a goal is inside the 18-yard area. And if it is, it's just barely. So in my mind, it's clear and obvious. Good review, good reversal by the crew. Let's keep talking offside. SKC Red Bulls. Aaron Long's goal, the game winner in Kansas City. VAR is Jorge Gonzalez. Referee Marcus de Oliveira. Charlie, Aaron Long is not in an offside position. We're not talking about Aaron Long. We are talking about Sean Nealis, who is in an offside position when the service is played in and may not have challenged for the ball itself, but may have affected other players' ability, namely SKC defenders, to play it. What do you think?
There is no doubt that Nealis is in an offside position, and he does make contact with the defender, but it is unplayable. He is not going to be able to get to this ball, so the goal should stand, and well done from the officiating crew to get this one right.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on that one, and I got to agree with Marcus de Oliveira, who reversed this after going to the monitor. Well done to Jorge Gonzalez for flagging it. The DOGSO red card on Nealis. Look, Sporting Kansas City are in on this one. Cam Duke is going to have a shooting opportunity inside the 18-yard box. And Nealis, I think whether completely intentionally or just sort of in a reactionary way, clearly handles the ball. He denies an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. That, to me, is a red card well done by the crew to get it to review and get it reversed.
Absolutely. The arm is outstretched away from his body. Even though there's a slight deflection, you can see the wrist coming to make contact with the ball. The hand is moving towards the ball after the deflection. I think they got this one spot on, and the defender was not going to be able to get there to prevent Cam Duke from getting a shot on goal.
Couple easy ones from Colorado Austin. I'll let you do the dunking here. Maxi Arrudi's goal in the 52nd minute. Should it have counted?
It should have not, because it is clear and obvious that Driussi handled it with his hand in the build-up to this goal. So the handball from his teammate Driussi set up Urruti for this finish. Well done from the crew to spot that one.
Jorge Gonzalez, the VAR there, and Joe Dickerson's on the field as the center referee. They got the Kip Keller second yellow spot on as well. I had Austin fans in my mention saying, how, why? And I'm looking right back at them saying, how, why could you think that's not a second yellow? He may have got the ball, but he's lunging. His leg is high. He's exposing the studs. He's over the ball at about shin level and makes contact. And boy, if you're paying close attention to that description and watching this play, over the ball, shin high, studs exposed, boy, there is elements of a red card there. Kip Keller, I would argue, is a little bit fortunate. Charlie, Minnesota, RSL, ERIK HOLT, elbow in the 90th minute. What do you think?
I think this is a clear red card. For me, ERIK HOLT does not attempt to play the ball and deliberately strikes Reynoso with his forearm/elbow to the back of the head. He does not attempt to play the ball. Now, as a former striker, I've been mishandled by tons of center backs in my career. But every time a center back comes through my back, it's always been with the forearm attempting to play the ball. This is just a strike to the back of his head, and as he watches the ball go wide. For me, this is very similar to what we saw from Douglas Costa in his red card with the LA Galaxy.
Completely agree. Red card, violent conduct all day for me. I think ERIK HOLT should have been sent off. All right, we end with this one. Orlando, DC. Crazy game. Go watch the full highlights, the condensed match, folks. I mean, I'm talking crazy. 23rd minute, Eric Kara goal. Called back for a foul on the DC goalkeeper. And, yeah, Alan Chapman got this one right. The keeper is going straight up. Kara's going back into him. I'm pretty sure Kara scores with his arm anyway. And the last play goes to Charlie. 78th minute, Brendan HINES-IKE handball. What do you think? Yes or no?
Wiebe, this one is difficult. HINES-IKE is running, and his arm looks in a natural position. Benji Michel is playing for the penalty, so he dives on top of that after the contact with HINES-IKE. When Alan Chapman points to the spot and is signaled to the monitor that he made a clear and obvious error with his decision for the handball, it's really difficult because is it clear and obvious from the angles that we are seeing on the video replay? It's tough, and Alan Chapman sticks with his call. But in my opinion, I don't think this should have been called in the first place. Now, if the VAR official decided to signal Alan Chapman to go take a second look on the VAR monitor, then I would have said, okay, he's got a point here. But in my opinion, I would not have called this a handball.
Big thanks to everyone who hit me up in my mentions this week to help us produce the show. I will make one ask of you. If you hit me up, don't just say, hey, at Andrew_Wiebe. This is one you want to look at, and don't say what this is. Give me a game, give me a minute, give me a play description. It will help us tremendously. Big thanks to Charlie Davies. Big thanks to our producer, Rich Hernandez, and our editor, Phil Levanco. I'm Andrew Wiebe. We'll see you next time.